Hydrastis canadensis. We routinely prescribe it for constipation in low potency, but it's a very deep acting remedy. So let's try to uncover the deeper state of Hydrastis canadensis. This is a remedy I'm trying to understand for last 2-3 years, and I've prescribed in few opportunities. And after prescribing a few times, I have tried to understand what is the main picture. So let's try to understand this remedy. Hydrastis canadensis was introduced in homeopathy in 1856 by Hale. Hale is one of the authors who has worked on materia medica and provings. It's worth reading about Hale's materia medica. We'll discuss about it some other time. Basically, it belongs to the Ranunculaceae family, that is a family of Pulsatilla staphysagrae aconite. It is also called as golden seal. In history, the Cherokee used to use this remedy for cancer, debility, dyspepsia, and to improve appetite. It was also given as a decoction for cough. Interesting. Hydrastis, and I was studying at a deeper level how botanically it is connected. It is quite connected to the Papaveraceae family, that is the opium family, and that's why you will often see Hydrastis in naturopathic herbal medicines are top remedy to prescribe in drug addiction. Now, this is interesting to know. In homeopathy, Hydrastis can be a very important remedy for drug addiction. This is important for a homeopath to understand this. So let's come to our idea of how to understand this remedy. We'll go from step by step right up to the depth. Hydrastis has a specific action on the nasal cavities, on the stomach, on the gallbladder, intestine, muscles, and uterus. This is Borik's keynote. I want you to remember this, just this slide which is in front of you. Every time you remember Hydrastis for cancer and precancerous condition, before ulceration. See, it's very important. Cancer and cancerous state. So, not necessarily when cancer is diagnosed, but even before diagnosis, even in benign condition, where pain is the main principal symptom. Hydrastis is the number one homeopathic painkiller when indicated, not as a specific, when indicated. It is a atonic cachectic degenerative remedy. It is a mucus remedy. Shallow ulcers, hemorrhagic catarrhal process, raw burning, weak dyscrasia. The amelioration is in warm covering and aggravation in cold. One thinks of this remedy very similar to Kali Bai, isn't it? See how Kent has written. And I want to tell you, all my friends here who are listening to me, I have spent a lot of my time reading and understanding Kent Materia Medica. Do not overlook this Materia Medica. It is one of the greatest literature in homeopathy. Vithulka used to tell that you are not a homeopath if you really don't read Kent Materia Medica. So Kent writes, Hydras is a slow, deep acting remedy required in many trophic nutritional disturbances, when there is a emaciation, catarrhal condition, ulceration, defective assimilation. When it is noticed that stomach is the center of the symptom complex, the desire and aversion often give the key to the very complex symptoms. This empty, sinking feeling with loathing of food is a very peculiar symptom. So it's sinking feeling with no desire to eat. Great weakness. That's what you have to remember. So in many cases where we are thinking arsenic, remember Hydrastis. Very nicely Kent has written another line. In chronic cases when tissues are suffering, but not mind. This is very important. So mentally the patient is very calm, Mentally, he is very relaxed. He doesn't have such a big backlog, but physically, tissues are degenerated. This is Hydrastis. See, we are slowly trying to uncover Hydrastis now. Clark writes something beautiful. He writes in many precancerous cases, Hydrastis is a top remedy. How do we know this? Clifton writes, facial expression is dull, heavy, tongue is large, flabby, indented by teeth, eructation sour, timid, appetite bad, power of even bread vegetables are difficult to digest, weight, empty gone feeling. Grimmer, one of the greatest literature for cancer. If you want to be a cancer homeopath, or homeopath who is prescribing cancer cases, get Grimmer's Materia Medica, Grimmer's collected works. You can write to me about it. So he writes, even in advanced cases, it has been of great assistance in relief of pain. See the first line what Clark writes. Clark believes that more cases of cancer have been cured with this remedy than any other Materia Medica. It is in liver cancer that this remedy is specific. Interesting. Especially with past history of use of alcohol. That is why I also feel it's a good remedy for cirrhosis. Let us now understand a couple of cases. This is a case of recurrent abortions due to adherent placenta. One of the homeopath Weiss, he gave Hydrastis 3x, and after that the next three pregnancies were normal. In many cases of cancer of liver, Grimmer has given Hydrastis with the main symptom empty gone feeling with constipation. Now I want to tell you how to understand the state of mind of Hydrastis. This is something that I have been working on for past 2 years. So let's try to uncover step by step. This is what I call as a pattern of remedy, where through the repertory and rubrics and clinical understanding, by connecting one rubric to another, we can understand the entire pattern. So Hydrastis, what I've seen, are very mild. At, at, at one level, they can be very mild, very affectionate, very caring. We'll give you idea of pulsatilla. Interestingly, both belong to the same family, Ranunculaceae. However, there is the other side to Hydrastis, and that is, especially when they are triggered off, when there is a vexation, they almost go into chamomilla-like state, with violence throwing around, striking, malicious, indifferent, cursing, anger, abusiveness. There is a strong sensitivity to dignity, and Massimo has very nicely written integrity, and they cannot take touch. One of the cases who I've gone to see and whom I prescribed Hydrastis successfully was a case of bad piles. And what I saw was this old lady who would be cursing and swearing everyone around, especially the nurses, throwing the medicines around. She improved very nicely with Hydrastis. Abusive, this is another very interesting symptom. Abusive from opposition, Hydrastis. On the other hand, there is another set of Hydrastis state where the patient is very cheerful, especially when they wake up. This is opposite to lycopodium. They are very high spirited. Buoyancy, like fluoric acid. Buoyancy, very light, no problem. So when they did a lot of work on the provings, Lippi did a lot of proving and he found exhilaration as one of the main symptoms. In fact, Boric writes, Hydrastis makes the mind more sharper and more relaxed. One of the herbal medicines write that Hydrastis people are people who have a lot of disappointment. And that's why they go from one partner to another partner, on one doctor to another doctor, keep on changing, but they are very disappointed. There is a strong craving and aversion. What is a craving? Craving for pav bhaji, bread and butter. Pav bhaji, bhurji pav, eggs, meat. Strong desire for tea. Remember, this is very important. the sphere of action. So this is a top remedy for pancreatic, liver, colon cancers. With restlessness, especially at night, with moaning with pain, moaning, constant, no, no, this is what you will see. Hydrastis. And in obstinate constipation, where no desire for stool for days, where enema is not ready to act, remember this remedy. Kent writes. The other symptom is after coryza, after sardi, there is a sinusitis, where the patient has to blow the nose all the time. And this coryza is aggravated in warm room, but it is fluent in open air. Kent has also cured a case of epithelioma of the face, of the nose. The abdominal pain has a keynote that the patients in last stage of cancer will often say, I feel better by passing flatus. Interesting. Constipation is one of the worst. Even after taking enemas, the patient is not able to pass. In female, there is a CA uterus, CA vagina, top remedy. Especially the leukorrhea will give you the keynote with the itching, the ropey, offensive. That's why I feel it's also very similar to carbo animalis. Very important remedy for backache. I give this very often for backache, where there's stiffness of the lumbar region aggravated rising from sitting, where it takes time before he can straighten up, like thuja. Deep ulcer between the fingers, cracks. Remember Hydrastis. Deep varicose ulcers. Remember Hydrastis. It has to be compared with many remedies. Kalibai for mucous membrane, for lower bowel sulfur, for CA breast phytolacca, for CA breast and liver chelidonium. Remember, keynote of Dr. Sarkar from whom I learned is thyroid cases which are diagnosed in puberty and pregnancy. Pulford has written a very nice picture. Sinking empty hunger, doesn't want to eat. So you go to see a patient who in last stage of cancer with sinking in stomach, doesn't want to eat anything, weak, bleeding, lot of sinusitis, discharge, has to vomit everything, cannot pass stool, jaundice. This is the remedy. So this is a very interesting remedy I wanted to share, and it's my email ID. You can write to me.